Afternoon all. Back again. Found a nice quiet country road here. I'm up in Scotland again. Surprise, surprise. Oh, what's that? One of the famous midges. Look at the views over here. I am just north of Stranraer on my way up towards there, and I thought I'd stop off and go for a little walk. There's a nice river down there and a bit of a waterfall, but I can't get to it. Problem is with Scotland, there's that many things like that round here. Not all of them can have paths to them. Beautiful places, you can see it down at the bottom there. But yeah, this time I'm going up the west coast of Scotland, which is a change for me, but it's quite remote. A lot of these places, as is a lot of Scotland, is quite remote. But the west coast particularly so. There's not much in between big towns, you know, from Stranraer. I've been to Dumfries this morning. Oh, look at that, it's beautiful. Look at that. Wish you could get down to that stream, probably be a bit noisy though. So yeah, here we are again. Found a little parking spot. I think it's classed as a passing place down this country road. But I parked myself up, come down for a little walk and a chat. I've seen somewhat of a surprise last Friday. They're talking about digital ID cards now. What do we think? I know there's a lot of people don't like them, and they've been fighting them for years, haven't they? I think Tony Blair was trying to get something like that in years ago, wasn't he? Some sort of ID cards, but now they're talking digital IDs, which is obviously going to be on your phones. Because everyone, well, most people have got smartphones, haven't they now? But yeah, they're talking about doing them again. And to be fair, I was going to say I haven't seen that much about people complaining about it, but I'm not on social media, am I? Not on Facebook, not on Twitter. I won't ever call it X, forget about it. I'll come off all them. So to be fair, maybe there are lots of people complaining about them, but I'm not seeing it. So is that going to shape my view? I might think, oh, what I hear on the radio or see on bits of the news here and there, because again, I'm not watching and reading apps for news either. I'm not consuming all that stuff. So are people up in arms about it? Let me know. But there's a lot of people have always been against it, haven't they? It's all they think somebody's going to take over all their information. And this is the point, isn't it? This is something I've always thought, and certainly more so in recent years. They've already got all our information. So what's the problem? People complain that it's an invasion of privacy and people are going to hack them and they're going to access their information, they're going to use it for nefarious means, but they're already doing that, aren't they? People like to complain about stuff because they don't like change. Now, how many of you out there have got a social media account? Facebook, more than likely, most people, would you say? Those that are still on it. Plenty of people are on Twitter, plenty of people use Instagram, all these other places. So what happens when you sign up for these social media websites? Anybody got any ideas? They ask you, the cost of signing up is you give that, when you, all that small print that you sign and you click OK quickly, when you sign up for an account somewhere, what you're doing is giving them access to access all your information. Your age, your date of birth, your gender, where you live, all that kind of thing. Now, you could obviously go into various places. You could obviously go into various settings and you can adjust things here and there, and you can tweak it, and you can keep it nice and tidy, and try not to give away too much. But whoa, that's a grouse. I'm upsetting the grouse. Grouses? Well, there's plenty of grouse down here. There's another couple more. They're all piling off the side of this cliff here, getting out of the way. Yeah, so you're all giving access. You're all giving access to your information to the social media companies, and you're doing that without knowing about it. And God knows what they already know about you. There's another one. Supermarkets or normal shops, loyalty card schemes. Who's got one of them? Nectar card, BP points card, Shell fuel card, something for Tesco club card, Asda rewards card, you name it, there's loads of them, isn't there? Argos card. Who's all got one of them? Every time you sign up for something like that, you give them access to all your shopping habits, what you buy, how often you buy it, how much alcohol you buy on a regular basis, how many times you buy nappies, how many times you buy chicken. They're using all this information to decide how they're going to stock shops and things like that. They're using it to decide what people's buying habits are. It helps them plan stock levels and what to buy in, because they know what people buy on a regular basis. Believe it or not, about a couple of years back, we go to Sainsbury's, so we have the Nectar app, which is probably one of the better of the apps. But we go to Sainsbury's, and towards the end of the year, we got an email through saying, congratulations, you have bought more Cathedral City cheese than anybody else in your local store this year. And we got a little virtual certificate. Top Cathedral City buyers. We like a lot of cheese, we eat it out of everything. God knows what our cholesterol must be like. But they knew, and they compared against everybody else's shops, that we bought the most Cathedral City cheese in a year. So in a way they're revealing how much they know about you. And it's the same as all the other apps as well. All the other loyalty cards, that kind of thing. They know what you're buying, when you're buying it, and they know a lot about you. So, back to digital ID cards. So when it comes to shopping, and when it comes to your social media use, you tell me what they don't already know about you. What do they not know already? Your doctors, your NHS, they have an app, don't they? The doctors know all the things about you, what you spend your money on, how you spend your time, what your views are politically, comedy-wise, what your tastes are. They know everything about you anyway, so what is a digital ID going to do that everything else isn't already doing? And I think it's a good thing. I believe it's going to replace your national insurance number. I know my national insurance number off the top of my head, and I use it once in a blue moon. Apparently it's going to help tie up services like medical services, financial, tax, all that kind of thing. I think it'd be quite useful. So I don't know my NHS number. Don't even see me. Let's go back. I don't know my NHS number. I don't know my government gateway number. I don't even know my tax code. I don't know most of this stuff. But from what I've heard anecdotally I've heard plenty of callers, and I've read plenty of articles on people who use these ID schemes in Europe. Scandinavian countries use it, other countries use it, and people rave about them, saying how much easier the life is because they can do this, they can do that, they can book the other, they can book an appointment for this, they can book an appointment for that. They use this number when they're going into work, they use this number when they're going somewhere else to the dentist, they use it somewhere else, and it's the same thing all over the place. So people rave about it, and they say how much easier life is. So why are we against it? Anyway, if you've got any views on digital IDs, Let me know in the comments. I'm a fan, and I think I will be a fan. I'm a fan of streamlining stuff. I don't like overcomplicated stuff. I don't see the point of it. If you can't improve something, what's the point in doing something? And one thing I always hate is people going, we do it this way because that's the way it's always been done. And that is my biggest bugbear. People don't change. People continue doing bad things because it's harder to change something around. So let me know what you think anyway. I'm for it. I'm all for digital IDs. Happy days, bring it on. Bye for now. Catch you on the next one.